Welcome back, everyone, to the Simp Show, episode 4. We've had 3 pretty solid guests so far. Obviously, really cool. Talking with the costume designer for Obsession, a couple guys from TikTok. Have a very special guest today. For those who don't know, Colin, me and him did a podcast prior to, this is like 3 years ago now. We just talked about that. But I just said he's basically Odysseus, and I'm like Penelope. So he has now returned to the pod. Obviously,
I have to kill Chase.
Is
he a suitor?
Robert Pattinson's character.
Yeah,
Is that his name?
Get these beggars out of here. Colin, welcome. How you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Awesome.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on, Marvel world, just in general. So
yeah,
back.
Yeah, this is gonna be mainly like Spiderman Brand New Day stuff. Obviously we have other stuff built in, and I guess we'll probably start it off with Odyssey since I already mentioned it. Chase, anything you want to say though to start?
Movie of the year so far, and one of the movies of the decade. I will go that far. Saw it twice actually. Saw it first in IMAX with laser. That's when we saw it, Alex. Obviously, unreal movie. I feel like there was so much happening though that I had to go see it a second time because like a movie that big, it's like what 3 hours. Christopher Nolan, it's covering a lot at once. It's kind of hard to take in everything at once. So I decided to go see it again in Dolby. And honestly, Dolby could have been a better experience than IMAX because my seat was rumbling the entire time. And just the second watch made it even better. So I gave it a 5 out of 5, honestly. That's my only 5 out of 5 movie for the year as of now.
All right. I agree. I'm a Chris Nolan guy, basically through and through. It's my 3rd or 4th favorite Nolan. I have to watch it again, but I don't know how you think Dolby was better because like the seats. Colin, I texted you. I was like, dude, when you go see this. Oh wait, you saw it after me, right?
Yeah, you texted me.
I was like, dude, there's one scene where like you can't see or hear because it's just blaring through your ears.
I think the funny part is that I was like, what scene? Because I think there's multiple scenes in that movie that fit that description.
Yeah, in case you guys aren't sure of what we're talking about when they're on the trip home and they get into that storm, like the craziest storm ever, and it's just flashing white lights just nonstop at your face. And I actually thought I was going to die in the theater.
Yeah.
But it was really good. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5, but that's mainly just because I leave 5s for just like my all-time favorites. I have to watch it one more time before I declare it as that. What would you give it?
Me?
Yeah.
I guess I'm not as high on it as you guys.
Okay.
I loved it. It fits right up my alley. It's like ancient. Yeah. I don't know. I guess probably around like between a 4 and a 4.5. I guess I really haven't thought about it. Yeah. One of the scene I thought you were talking about was the giant scene. That was one of my to be fair to the movie, like I don't think I'd ever watch it again on streaming, but what I felt in theaters, like I haven't felt in years. Like the ringing, like I genuinely felt like I was like grabbing onto my seat. I was one of those guys in IMAX because I was like when they stabbed the giant in the eye, or the Cyclops, and his scream was so loud, I could not feel like my whole body.
Dude,
I've never felt anything like that.
I don't know why. I feel like I don't remember the screech as much as like everyone else is saying it.
It was when they woke him up, right?
They wake him up, so they're standing there. They have
they
have the stick put to a point. They hold it over the fire, and then they tap him on the shoulder really quick, and then they stab him in the eye, and he just gets up and he screams and starts flinging it around, and then the giant or the Cyclops crawls up and he gets really sad and he starts like crying to himself, and that's when he starts first praying to Poseidon for help.
Okay.
That's when he first calls out because he's so injured. But yeah, that's what I thought you were talking about. That for me totally caught me off guard because it was also really quick. It was like that scene and at first you're like, so they're not going to injure him, and then they do, and I don't know. It's just
Yeah, I mean, there's so many, I feel like, scenes that you can just talk about, like you said, like you didn't even know which one I was referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the I guess the middle, you can argue the middle drags very slightly, maybe like 10 minutes. Nothing crazy though, but like once the third act hits and he gets back to Ithaca, and
That's
I
part of the
disagree
movie.
a little bit.
really, you think it falls short or there?
So I think his initial return to Ithaca is dragged out just a little bit, and then
Okay.
like his return, you know, kind of like, I understand that's part of the story initially, and that's exactly what Agamemnon tells him to do, like stay low key.
Yeah.
Don't tell everybody you're back. I think it just went a little bit too long, but the payoff was amazing with the bow. Number one, even though it was like you could see it coming from a mile away. And then, but the one scene that I think people were hyped on, that I genuinely was like, okay, this is getting a little much, was when he was just killing like 70 dudes. It was like Kingpin at the end of Daredevil Born Again. Just like he killed like literally like at what point, like I don't know. It just felt like even the like the Cyclopses and the Giants felt more grounded to me than him killing like 100 people. Like suddenly.
Yeah, I can actually agree with that because he's like, I mean, he's basically like God in his own story, like how it's told in a way, like how Homer tells it. So like, yeah. I mean, he's just like invincible at the end, but it was really cool.
He is like looked at as like this great warrior, though. He has the bow and arrow, which no one else has weapons for majority of the fight. You know, that's when the I forget the guy's name, but he goes up to go send down the weapons, and that's when Tom Holland's character goes up to stop him. So I feel like that kind of played a role in it.
No, like for sure. And I think like you cut out like 3 minutes or maybe like 10 dudes from that, or even like after he gets stabbed in the chest and he kind of just like pulls it out. But it was buying into the legend, right? I agree. I don't know. Maybe I'm more closer to a 4.5.
Yeah.
Than I am a 4. So
That's fair. I mean, by all means,
I love it. I mean, how do I rank it in terms of Nolan movies? I think for me, Inception, nothing beats watching Inception for the first time. So okay. I would probably go Inception, Interstellar, and then Odyssey. I think it's miles better than Oppenheimer. I liked Oppenheimer, but that was genuinely, to me, like a boring movie at certain points. And like, yeah. Go ahead. What's your pushback to that?
That's fair. No. I think you can argue that Oppenheimer maybe isn't like the flashiest of his films in terms of like you said, it's a little slower at parts and all that, and like the court trial and everything. But I think it's easily his best ensemble. Like the cast is actually insane. You could almost argue that the score is better than the Interstellar one. I'm almost at that point. The score is crazy. I would go Interstellar, Oppenheimer, Odyssey, Inception. I actually don't have Dark Knight in my top 5. So that might be a crazy statement, but I don't know. I just think Oppenheimer is like arguably his best made film top to bottom. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it's just a preference.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's more so like the story of the Odyssey like propelled itself in a way that I liked, whereas Oppenheimer didn't. It bounced around a lot. I mean, like, whereas the Odyssey did that with him very lightly, with him remember, like, there are a lot of parallels between Oppenheimer and the Odyssey, to be honest.
People are calling it it's the Tenet, Oppenheimer, and I think Oppenheimer and Odyssey are way more like connected than Tenet is, but it is cool how it's like a.
But I don't know. I mean, Tenet for me is like I watched it twice and I thought I'd like it better the second time, but I didn't. I mean, I liked it a lot. But.
Yeah. Chase, what are your top 3, Nolan?
I'll go top 5. I'd probably go Prestige 5, Dark Knight 4, Odyssey 3, Oppenheimer 2, Interstellar 1. I also don't think any movie. Man. I don't think any movie will be Interstellar for me, though, so that's just like an impossible task. But it also, if you throw any one of those movies in 90% of directors, that's going to be their number 1 movie, which is just unbelievable.
It's kind of gross that like his like 5th and 6th movie is. I mean, It just clears most people's movies. But
And then there's also Memento, which is insane.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about
Yeah.
that. I was like, I can't believe I didn't mention Memento. I'm like,
Yeah.
who am I? That first time, and of course, I was just talking about the Out of Time, like that did a better than anything else. Like,
Yeah.
telling a story out of sequence.
He's my favorite director. Not sure if it'll be topped, quite honestly. But yeah. Moving on though, to get into some. We'll do one thing before we get into Spider-Man. I know mainly people want to hear about Spider-Man, but so it came out. Wonder Man got canceled. There's a lot of talk about it. It actually just came out today. Foggy was not the one who shut that down. It was Disney executives, and they didn't give any reason why apparently. So like Daniel Destin Cretton, he directed Brand New Day, Shang-Chi, and then he did Wonder Man 2. And he's like, he loved Wonder Man. It wasn't his decision. That's all he said. He said I don't know the actual answer. Thoughts on that?
Colin, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. Sounds like a PR answer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I feel like they're on the verge of, if they don't land Doomsday, like if Doomsday isn't the hit that they're saying, right? Because what they're doing is they're asking us to basically negate the last. When did Infinity War even come out? Or I mean Endgame. What are we talking?
2019.
Yeah.
2019. So they're gonna be like the last 7 years of this doesn't count except for Spider-Man. Like that's kind of where I feel like we're heading. Other than like in terms of the TV side of it. I mean,
yeah, the TV side doesn't.
Yeah, like the only
I think
really...
WandaVision, like the WandaVision trilogy they call it, is like the only thing that truly matters. Joe Russo said like apparently like if you're gonna watch anything, like those characters are gonna be a big part of what's coming.
Yeah, but that's I guess I'm upset. I liked Wonder Man. It was different. It's the type of thing that we've been asking for. We're like, let's get interesting within the world itself. Like we're looking at actors, like the whole Josh Gad bit might have been. It's like a top 5 bit for me in the MCU where he disappears through that dude with a hole in his stomach. You remember that? Yeah. That is like
that was really
that
cool.
is one of the fun. When I was watching it, I had to pause it and make sure I was still on Disney Plus because I thought I clicked like some weird YouTube video. But I don't know. It's just kind of where they could do weird things. I liked Wonder Man. I mean, also how do you like you set up that character, especially the power scale of it. And if in the relationship to damage control, which we're clearly going to be exploring more, like it just doesn't feel like the right move. I mean, clearly they're going to bring the character back, but
he's in Secret Wars, but it's weird. I agree. It's weird that like damage control is such a big part of that. Yeah, and damage control is going to be, I mean, insanely big for the mutants saga and everything. And now he's just kind of gone.
Going back to that, you think Wonder Man is going to have a role in the MCU going forward?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The whole...
I know like he plays a big role in the comics and everything, but I don't know.
No, I don't think he'll be a big role. I think he'll be like
he'll be a solid side character.
He'll be like an Incredible Hulk type character, or like he pops up in a movie here or there. He's the muscle.
Yeah, especially with Vision Quest coming out, I think there's going to be.
They don't sign one series contracts. That's all I'll say. Like, especially an actor with his status. So whether or not he wants to do it, they have him on the hook. I mean, it's the exact reason Ben Kingsley has showed up in so many freaking movies. Like, you know what I mean? Like that dude is trying to fulfill his contract before he dies and get out of it. And then of course he likes Wonder Man. Like he opts to come back for the role, and then they cancel the show. Like he was in.
Yeah. It seemed like he really liked it. He was just upset that like he didn't get the opportunity to do season 2. But I mean, who can blame him? Yeah. Yeah. Anything else on that?
Staying with that real quick. I really liked Wonder Man. I thought it was solid, and I thought like him and Trevor Slattery had a good connection. But if you just said Kevin Feige wanted to keep it. The way, I mean, I guess like if that is true, I was thinking maybe they just didn't have a role for him going forward in the future because they are going to focus on quality over quantity. So I was just thinking maybe this is just something they're going to cut out because they don't have a clear definitive direction for this character.
Well, I think there's 2 ways you can go about that or talk about it. Clearly, there's a soft reboot coming. I feel like everyone knows that at this point.
I mean, he said it.
Yeah, they've openly said it. He won't say the word reboot, but like he basically said it.
Reset or whatever he said.
Yeah. Which I get it. So you try to cut out some of the stuff that you don't think maybe in like the very, very near future. I mean, that show was very quality aspect. It's 8 episodes. It's like 30 minutes each. Like they really spent a good time on it, and the writing's very good. So
Plus that much money.
yeah, it was like all. It was very indie feeling like when you watch it. Like the first episode, I was like, oh, this is very much so. I think like Foggy doesn't want to do TV whatsoever. I really truly don't think he wants it. He's kind of mentioned like, we got run thin. Like they were requesting shows without saying that directly, Disney. And I think right now we're basically getting Daredevil, Defender Saga, and only anything that connects to that will be TV, and literally everything else is just movies at this point. Going back to kind of like how it was.
Yeah, but then you pull Punisher and give him 40 minutes of screen time in Spider-Man Brand New Day. Kind of feels like he wants his cake. You know what I mean? And he wants it all. He wants to pick and choose from, and that's the issue that fans had in the past, I guess, with the Daredevil saga.
Yeah,
I think there should be TV shows because then you have something like Loki that obviously performed very well. It's one of Marvel's best pieces and best character growth for that character. And then you have WandaVision, which is a pretty solid TV show. Obviously, some other stuff did not work out, but it's like...
Hot take is more stuff worked out than it didn't. It's just the stuff that didn't work out was so bad.
Arguably, neither of those were really, truly TV shows, Loki nor WandaVision. I mean, they were short movies masquerading as TV shows.
So I was going to say, so could you just put those into a movie? Like...
Yeah.
Maybe like a Loki movie one and then like a sequel. Could that be a sort of thing, or like do you not think that would work as well?
I think they go the special look route. Why not? I mean, they put on Disney Plus. First off, I mean we're Marvel fans first, Disney fans second, but we ignore like the promise that getting Disney Plus and paying $189 a year, you expect to get some sort of Marvel content. I mean, Disney is practically making billions of dollars a year just off of our loyalty. So, like, something would be great. So, like, I think even if you do that short-form movies or, whatever you got to do, but get something out there. There's got to be a way to tell smaller stories.
Yeah. No, I 100% agree with you. It's also, like, the same thing with... I think they just need to find a balance of, like, what works. And, like, Punisher coming over to the movies, amazing. I thought that worked really well. Mm-hmm. It's like, but not, can we go back and forth and actually keep it cohesive? Like, we don't need 10 shows. We just need, like, maybe 1.5 show a year, like a special and a show, but it ties some few things in. That's maybe not just Daredevil. So that's kind of my look at it, too.
Also, one of the issues that, I mean, just like any industry or franchise's experience, usually TV shows to movies don't perform too well. So if you're going to bring in a character from a TV show, you're going to have to make sure you're doing it right. Or you have to make sure you're making it from a movie to a TV show. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if you have three characters that are going to be heavy hitters and they are debuted in a TV show, in the past it's shown that doesn't really work too well.
No, it doesn't.
Like, I mean, you can even see that with Star Wars. Star Wars is one of the biggest IPs, and you can say it's dead or whatever you want, but every movie performs just about. And then you brought the Mandalorian TV show into a movie, and that did not perform nearly how it should have.
It's the required watching idea, right? It needs to be supplemental, and that can't be that difficult, right? I mean, it really can't. Clearly it is, now that I say it out loud. No one can do it right.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see if DC can do it right with Lanterns.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
I don't really want to get into DCU. I'll ask you one question, though. Do you believe in the James Gunn DCU's vision? I don't. I'm just being honest.
I haven't even seen Supergirl.
Okay. Well, either have I. Chase said.
Not good. I saw it at like 10 a.m. on a Saturday. Not good, man.
Do I think it's early? Yes.
It is.
I think the bad parts of James Gunn are already rearing their head, like ugly head, immediately. Like what everyone said was, okay, you can't be the director and the executive. and immediately we see that that's the case because the quality of Superman to Supergirl drop off was so significant.
Yeah.
You need someone like a Kevin Feige, like who's gonna sit on top of everything, be able to enter a project without bias.
Yeah, and think about when he, like he said, when he was run thin and like literally couldn't be a part of certain projects. Like you can say what you want about him, we definitely felt a fall off, like a big drop off. The father Foggy. Yeah, I agree though. Another thing too is like with Sony, we'll never get Spider-Man in the TV show, but I would like to see more crossovers so we can just get into Brand New Day. Man, I'll just go ahead and say I think it can start competing for best live action Spider-Man. I think that's like a real conversation that people should have, and I was a big fan of it. It just all in all, yeah. What do you guys think of it? Just like initial thoughts.
I mean, you know mine. I loved it. I'm right with you. It was a Spider-Man story through and through. Training wheels off. I definitely had, like, in terms of, like, the Spider-Man-ness, I said this to Alex, like, it was the most Spider-Man movie. Like, we got, like, web grenade, we got, like, crazy combos, like, the fighting styles were cool. There's never a dull moment. Like, even right before he breaks into the Department of Damage Control, that little hallway scene, like, there's so much flair to it. And then the heart brought it home. I mean, Sadie Sink, it was obvious to everyone, but it's a home run. My one quarrel with the movie is what a pointless and waste of an actress. Like, they can do great marketing. Everyone knew it was Jean Grey. Spoilers. It got to a point where it was annoying. We ruined so many other things much easier. Like why was this the one we died on? It's not even that big of a reveal.
I just think it's funny that it happened again in a Sony movie because, like, my God, man, the No Way Home era leading up to that movie, it was like I was cool with them not. Were you fine with them not showing them?
That makes sense to me though. Like, they weren't like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have been cast in mysterious roles. Ooh, we don't know what they are. That's like, hey, we casted the most famous redhead in Hollywood right now, and we were gonna do a Young Mutant saga, but we can't confirm it's Jean Grey. Oh no, it could be anybody.
Yeah.
Who knows? It could be. I wonder if it was Marvel that was running defense. What was it, like Mary Parker, or like a young May?
Oh yeah. Or like a multiversal May or something.
Yeah, or the
people were also saying it was Gwen Stacy.
Yes, Gwen Stacy, and then what was the one, the Punisher sidekick or whatever, from the comics? Here, I'll look it up.
I don't even know.
I know who you're talking about.
It is funny though.
Are you talking about the blonde girl that's in the Punisher TV show? Is that who you're talking about?
Maybe. Hold up. I'll look it
I
up.
do think it's funny though. It's like as soon as you cast a redhead in a Spider-Man movie, it's like, okay, there's really like 3 options you can go with this, and obviously Jean Grey I wouldn't say is the first one you come to, but then when you announce a X-Men reboot movie that's coming out in 2 years, it's like, okay. Yeah, I was fine with them keeping it though.
The most famous Spider-Man redhead is canonically not a redhead, MJ. So if we're talking, and yes, it's a Punisher character, partner in vigilantism, Rachel Cole Alves. If you look her up, she has red hair. So a lot of people, because behind the scenes of them walking together, looked like they were just on the same team, but it was her mind controlling him. Also, what an interesting way to introduce that power. Like evolving it from jumping into full-blown mutant telekinesis. Like, she goes through the same type of, like, process. First off, number one, way more powerful than Spider-Man. That's awesome. When I love when the line she gives, the second she breaks free from the inhibitor chip, and Spider-Man shows up, she's like, "Oh, you came here to save the day? Some pretty little damsel in distress. Like, I don't need your help."
Yeah,
and, half the island of Manhattan is frozen. Like, I love that.
I think the big point on that too was like they're just finally showing like the X-Men are like for real power scale.
But also, mega level mutant. Like, I'm sure we're gonna see some bum ass mutants throughout the way, which is gonna be funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's.
Did you like her in the plot, Chase?
I liked her. I think people are a bit too harsh about it, honestly. And people are saying
harsh?
she's, yeah, like people are saying, oh, like why would you bring her into a Spider-Man movie? Then people are saying she's not redeemable anymore. Tony
Bro.
Stark was a literal war criminal. Okay, do you know how many people that man has been responsible for, like their deaths?
Yeah.
Not even that, just Iron Man as well. Okay,
Hey guys, remember when
so
Cap
there's
kicked that dude
that.
off
And
the boat?
say that again.
Remember when Cap kicked that guy off the boat in Winter Soldier, and
He just
Yeah.
froze to death,
he
most
punted
likely.
him off of a boat like 400 feet to his death, and just moved on? Yeah.
Yeah, like, dude, there are so many things that have happened in this universe. It's like that is what you're gonna complain about, you know? Like, it's Sadie's thing. I know some people were saying they wanted Mr. Negative, which, like, I can agree that would be super cool because
Sure.
that is a true Spider-Man villain. But I don't know. It's Jean Grey. You have the X-Men coming up. That's just how it is in this connected universe. It's not like they have infinite money and an infinite budget to do whatever they want. They're going to have to throw in some pieces here and there, which is why Jean Grey was in the Spider-Man movie. And also, Daniel Desencren requested to have her, so he clearly
Yeah.
had a vision with it.
He said that having somebody with telepathy who was able to see inside the mind of somebody who's lonely like them was like why he wanted to do it, and I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a good. I don't know. I personally liked it, and I think she's a good actress. Like,
She's
I
a
think
great
we-
actress. I thought
yeah, I
she
think
did
it's
a great
choice.
job.
Yeah. What'd you think about the anime scene in general? So they set it up early in the movie, and then they come back to it and they give you a little bit more of it, and then they finally do it at the end, the full thing, but it's her talking. It's Aunt May talking to Jean.
Brilliant, by the way.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Is she? Is it supposed to be Peter and it's just Jean sitting in her spot? You know, like acting as if. You know what I'm saying? Acting
Well,
as
I
if
think
she's
the idea
Peter.
is that like she can control, like, I'm almost relating it in a way to like Sentry when he took over the Void, and it's like you have your little mind palace that they take over, and for everyone else, clearly Peter was fighting it, but I think the idea is that he lets her in fully, and when he does that, she could literally, become him. It's interesting that he doesn't forget
Oh yeah.
anything. You know what I
didn't think
mean?
about
Like,
it. Yeah. He finally let her. Because
literally,
he said, "Oh, that's the whole point about the loneliness. So you can't do it alone."
yeah, well,
There-
she goes,
yeah.
"What, you think I can't get in your mind now, Spider-Man?" And he goes, "Go ahead." And she goes in there, and he immediately is letting her do everything. What a scene! Just someone, and also just the heartbreak of like losing her sister, the VMAX reveal, too.
I liked the VMAX reveal. Apparently, a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was a great way to not be just like a stupid serum or something. Like that was actually like it
And
tied
it
to the
wasn't-
yeah.
Yeah, like the twist itself was like, it wasn't like an obvious thing either. Like you never could have called that in a million years.
I literally thought she was looking for like
Yeah.
a serum or something.
Yeah.
Throughout
I
the
thought
whole
they
movie.
just called her VMAX.
Oh.
Like I thought that they
Yeah.
were calling, like that was her label as VMAX. But God, yeah, that's but just the idea that she literally never felt empathy since her sister left was like so depressing to me. And all she needed was someone to tell her that she was loved and she was beautiful. And then top it off at the end where she's like, beyond all that, she comes out of this like empathy trap by Peter. And it's like, but I don't have anybody anymore. And he's like, you have me. And but like that that line, that's what I was saying when I was trying to tell you over text, like cemented that relationship is going to be core to the MCU going forward. Like that is going to be the bridge between MCU proper and the mutant verse is going to be Peter, and she's going to be the only one that knows Peter's. I mean, obviously Professor X will too, but like, you know what I mean?
I want to say it's going to be like a key relationship going forward, but I just have so many doubts with Sony. Because if that was the case, he should have been in 5 other projects by now.
Well, so
Even as just like a quick cameo, quick like 5-minute little thing.
Yes and no. I just like in the past 5 years we've gotten the only person who has done that is Yelena, which obviously she was in this movie as well. And they didn't do it with Anthony Mackie's Cap, which I think is like the biggest thing is I would say is what's missing going into Doomsday. It's really, I think everything else around it, like get rid of the whole Kang thing, get rid of like Doom. I thought they've actually built up the actual world, not around a villain, but around the actual, like, they've set up exposition universally rather than just for a character like Thanos. And I thought that set up Doomsday well enough. But there are, like, yeah, there's a couple tie-in parts where they just started doing it again. Like Ep4 has been really good. Thunderbolt's very good with that. Brand New Day, very good. Prior to that, though, like not seeing Cap was, I think, crazy in a couple of these movies.
Yeah, I think mostly, I mean, also too, for me, it's kind of become clear what Sony's plan is, and I mean, maybe it was obvious to everyone before, but it's make a bunch of crappy movies to maintain the Spider-Man IP at the lowest cost possible, and then just wait for Marvel to finally catch up and Tom Holland to be like, let's make a real Spider-Man movie. I think the only thing probably holding back Spider-Man from being in other Marvel movies is yeah, you're right, it's just the revenue share of it.
Yeah.
Probably not pre agreed upon. Yeah,
like I would love to see him with the Fantastic Four.
You know, you're totally right. I mean, maybe they could call it back in another Spider-Man movie or an Avengers movie. But yeah, that's great.
You know what that got me thinking about too? Is I think they wanted Spider-Man to be like, I don't know if do you remember the gauntlet theory in Endgame? How it was him, Black Panther, and Captain Marvel carrying the gauntlet. Like it was very much focused on them. Like they were supposed to be like the next trilogy. And then we get, obviously it didn't happen.
That's so funny. Like I was about to say, that's like the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like that's a mix of tragedy and comedy and just awful movies. Yeah, go ahead. It
is wild though if you think about it. But also like apparently so before, because I know this movie got delayed a bunch. Originally they wanted Tom to be basically like the face of Doomsday, like the central character. And when you kind of think about it and like what they're doing, I think that's kind of plausible. Obviously, he's apparently only in it at the end. We'll talk about like post-credit stuff and all that, but yeah, it does kind of muddy the waters with Sony. That's a good point.
We're gonna go back to Tom potentially in Doomsday.
Yeah, we'll get to the post-credit stuff after.
Okay, I'll hold my thoughts then on that.
Yeah, we'll hit a couple other things. I thought Peter was gonna die. Like, I actually really thought that was a possibility, and they were gonna like, who knows. The reboot coming up in Secret Wars or like the symbiote, I don't know, but that was cool. Did you see that Claire Temple from Daredevil had a cut scene? She was supposed to be the face he sees when he wakes up in the theater, or in the theater, in the hospital.
No way. That's
it was cut. They filmed it and everything, but they cut it. It ends up being Punisher, a guy who doesn't take naps, but yeah. And then I guess we can talk about too, Ned versus MJ.
I kind of want to talk about the Punisher real quick. I posted a video about this on TikTok, but I think what they're doing with the Punisher, I think like we kind of saw it in the what's it called, in the special presentation. I think they're kind of moving away from him just being a straight on killer now to like someone, like he's still gonna have that as his backbone, but he's gonna try and do a bit more, because John Bernthal literally came out and said he wants to like have like somewhat of a different look on the character where he's not just getting revenge, he's like avenging, you know. So I think by having him in this movie, having him feeling very bad for almost killing Spider-Man and then saying like that was one of the bravest things I've ever seen you do, and then also put on the Spider-Man mask and kind of be a symbol for everyone. I feel like that kind of shows what they're going to do with the Punisher down the line.
Yeah.
And then also, like, in the beginning of the movie, he's trying to kill who is driving the tank, you know, and then he gets stopped. And then in the middle of the movie, they have, like, some more building, and, like, Peter's talking about, like, his stuff. And then the end of the movie, it looks like he's changed a little bit. He's not going to go fully the other way, because that's just not possible.
Yeah. My take is that the Punisher, much like him in the comics, is completely determined by the movie that he's in or the run that he's in.
Yeah.
Like even if you compare Punisher and Daredevil season 2, like the original Daredevil season 2, compare that to the one shot. He's even more violent in the one shot, right? Like I almost feel like if it's a Punisher story, it's going to be violent and it's going to be. But to your point, I think you're right, Chase, and it finally feels like they're moving the motivation past. Like, yes, the dead family will always be there, but it kind of feels like for the first time ever, he was externally motivated by Spider-Man to like be a hero, and I think that's really important for the evolution. And that's great for Daredevil too. He's gonna like to see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to see them on camera next time.
Also, we've been getting
it's
a new Budapest.
Yeah, literally.
That is the Budapest, yeah.
We've been getting the same Punisher for over 10 years now. So, like, yes, I still like him, but it is nice to see a change.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll always have that rage in him. Like, we'll always see that. That's Punisher at its core. But I think at the same time, it's like, okay, we can get a little bit different stuff here and there.
Yeah,
and
I think the
that's
one shot was maybe a little over the top. Like, even versus, I think, first off, I think peak Marvel and probably peak Punisher, season 2 of Punisher. Like him and Micro and the girl. I just love I just love the Punisher. I just take it back. He's just
yeah, Punisher is
he's
really
great in
good.
everything. John Bernthal is perfect for it. I mean, you couldn't pick anybody better. I'd love to see I would love for them to be ballsy enough to do like a one shot where it's like Punisher kills the Marvel universe, but they would never do that.
Oh, that'd be cool. Like a that would be a good what if episode, by the way. In case the what if group is still
that's literally what if is for, but it was just so bad. I don't even want to get into that.
No, we won't get into it. Let's talk about Ned and MJ, because I think they're a core part of this movie by far more than the first 3 movies. I think. Even what happens with No Way Home, and
Which
I
was
think
so interesting. It what a twist on it too, and it didn't feel played out, because it had that new angle.
No, I thought this was the best they've been. It's probably it's easily the best Zendaya's character or MJ has been in, and Ned is like he's only in a few scenes, low-key, but those scenes are like so important that
it steals every single one.
Yeah, the CEO, he's just so good.
The CEO.
What is your take on Ned? MJ, I guess you can give your initial thoughts, but then also, like, where is it going and what's kind of happened at the end there?
So I think they're going to play, number one, I think MJ referring to herself in the past tense as someone different is very, very much telling me they are not getting back together anytime soon. I think that's great.
Really?
Like, yes. And wait, so here, let me
go ahead.
Finish. So here's what I think is going to happen. MJ knows who Peter is now. MJ knows Peter is Spider-Man. MJ is going to have, like, the Lois Lane working the case with Clark Kent going on with Spider-Man as MJ works into, like, investigative journalism, like she does. Okay. And then that's going to be, like, a long run. But in the meantime, because Spider-Man is super boring when he's with MJ, like, notoriously in the comics, that's why they did the whole Mephisto plot where where he wishes to save out, but he does, whatever, he loses
Brand New Day
in the memory. I think that'll be, but in the meantime, we'll see Black Cat, we'll see some new relationships. I think that's the long run where he ends up with MJ. I think she'll be a part of the friend group because she's friends with Ned. But I think the way this movie ended, Ned and it's the way I read it was they want you to reset Ned and Peter's relationship back to what it was. Like, he remembers everything now. He's got magic in his bones. His grandma's always told him he's been magic. He did a handshake, and now he broke the curse of Kafka, the runes of Kafka.
Yeah. So you think he does remember?
Remembers Peter, but MJ's never gonna get there. And because
I didn't think about him having like that magical tingle from No Way Home. I didn't think about that.
Well, everyone says
a good call out.
I mean, he literally opens the portal with no practice.
So that's
he's got some juice.
And you put in the handshake with it, almost like it. The way he finishes it, he definitely, if he remembers Peter, like if they play that, like how I kind of feel like they wanted people to read that, like which was that he remembered him because he literally went Peter. But then you could also argue that like he heard MJ scream Peter. Do you guys? Yeah, when he first went away. So like.
Yep.
You could argue that. Yeah, go ahead.
The way he says it, it's like he remembers who he was. It wasn't like he was like.
Somebody said they must have taken like 10 different outtakes of that and struggled so hard to figure out like which like tone they should have went with. Like, I can imagine how that was a difficult decision.
But that's what I think they're gonna do. I think I think it'll be Ned. MJ will be part of the friend group, but she'll be an outsider again. And it'll be great because it'll still give her room to challenge Peter, and he'll have to get over her.
It's interesting that you don't think they get back together. I feel like if they brought her back, there was only two ways you can go about this, right? You get them back together eventually, or like she's not in this fourth movie. I don't know if they. Maybe not. I don't know, but I feel like those were like the only two.
I think you get the resolution here. Like I think forgetting each other existed in the long run is a really cheap and stupid way for them not to be together. Whereas like a direct consequence of Peter's action of not, being man enough to initially confront her in that shop is that he no longer gets that relationship. He decided he was going to be Spider-Man and choose to protect her, which is noble. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'd probably do the same thing. But because he made that choice, he loses her for what he thinks is forever, but what I think is probably just going to be a meaningful portion of the next part of his life. Like, I don't think Zendaya's not going to not be in the next Spider-Man movie. Like,
right.
It's never going to happen.
I know. Yeah. Yeah. Chase, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think one, I was very skeptical on them two coming back, Ned and Zendaya. Like you said, just seemed like a marketing cash grab.
I think everyone was originally.
What's up?
I think most people were originally. Like, even I was like, I don't know. I thought we were kind of moving past this, but
yeah. But so I actually did like their story in this movie. Like, they actually had a very meaningful role, and like they both were great on screen. So with that being said, you either bring them back for Peter to get his happy ending. So that's one option. Two, MJ is going to die, or Ned is going to turn to the Hobgoblin, which I don't think is going to happen, even though I would love to see. Or three, Peter is going to die, which passes the baton.
So with the Hobgoblin, I think it can go that way with only one. So either Ned remembers him and they're friends, like, forever, or he doesn't fully remember him, and what they do is, I think he feels like he's getting pushed out from his friendship with MJ because Peter now is more with her, and it somehow creates like a weird rift, like a rift kind of between them two. So I think there's two ways. Either, like I said, they become real friends, or he does go the Hobgoblin route at this point.
That's a good shout. I like that. That's a very, very good shout.
I just don't think they'll go that dark. I feel like, if anything, they've proven that they're going to take it. Spider-Man's going to stay, like, at the end of the day, like, the darkest they're going to go is, like, my girlfriend's dad is evil and said he'll kill me. Like,
kind of.
To counter that, Jean Grey literally walked a dude into oncoming traffic, and also
they knew the internet would talk about it. They wanted us to all moralize it. 100%. But you could also be like, well, maybe she hopped out of him and he fell backwards. I mean, you're wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But to your point earlier, you said the same thing. Whereas like Tony Stark shot like 7 dudes in the opening scene of Iron Man that he probably could have hit with non-lethals. Like when he. Like,
yeah, but like, so like that's like a pretty fucked up thing to do. Just walk a random dude in oncoming traffic. But then there's also the whole thing with Peter and MJ on top of the sign at night. Like, she fully like brings him in just to basically push away. Like, MJ does remember, and then not only that, she throws MJ off the building. So it's like, I feel like they could go down the Hobgoblin route. Like, it could be like, because like what I just said, like, that was dark, but like you can do that, but like not make it like, I guess, like horror. If that's what you were going for.
Ultimately, the end of the Hobgoblin is Ned is a villain, right? Like, there is no redemption for the Hobgoblin at the end of the series.
He's not a true. I don't ever see him. I agree. I kind of don't.
People would be pissed if they got a Hobgoblin Ned before we got Green Goblin. Like, we got no Oscorp in this, by the way, guys.
And we're not going to. I don't know if you saw that.
Zilch,
I don't think we will.
nothing.
Well, okay, it can happen after Secret Wars, but he said, like, we don't have plans on introducing villains that we've seen. And
why would they not just
No
do
Way Home.
like? I don't know why when MJ got that job at that place that they couldn't say the words of. Just call it Oscorp. Remember when she got when she's in the
Yeah.
apartment and she got the job and she's like it's some big soulless corporation. Like just call it Oscorp. Like
yeah.
yeah. Anyways.
All right, yeah.
But then how would you go about that? Because Peter knows how Norman Osborn is.
Oh, great point.
It
What
is
if
true. It's so hard, I think, for them to be like, what's the? So like, yeah, he meets an Osborn, right? And like, maybe it's one of those things where like you're the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, the animated one, where it's like he knows him as a different person, so he maybe tries to like course correct him, and it still ends up failing. Like, there's really only so many things you can do with like a goblin coming in.
Well, yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, so exactly what you just said. I guess the way to do it would be he knows, like, not immediately make them the bad guys, right?
Yeah,
Like-
but like, do we want? If we know what's gonna happen, do we want that?
True.
Because there's really only so many ways you can write that. I feel like.
Or you turn it on itself and like the Green Goblin's a hero.
Dude, that
Be like-
would cause anarchy
Yeah.
on social media.
I mean, to be fair, in the Dark Avengers, the Green Goblin is Iron Man. Norman Oscorp is possessing.
He's
a
a
version
patriot, right?
he's possessing
Iron Patriot.
possessing Tony Stark and being the Iron Patriot as the head of the Dark Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
a
they're
lot we can
definitely gonna
do.
do that. I think that's what they're gonna do. Yeah.
I would like them to do that, but you can also argue, real brief. I'll just mention this. I don't. Have you seen the Jackal theory? Her boyfriend, Zendaya's MJ's boyfriend,
Well,
is
yeah.
Paul. Paul, and then when he's introduced, he's standing in front of a beer that has Jackal on it. He's wearing a green jacket and he has like a really sharp like canine tooth and stuff. So it's possible they do that for Spider-Man 5 too.
It's also a
Which
big
is-
actor for one scene.
Like, yeah, like he was in there for
It's the dude who played
30
Ezra
seconds.
Bridger. On,
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't cast Ezra Bridger for just one scene. Like that is very odd. You can get some dude off the street of New York and play the exact same role.
Or you do, and it's really funny, and that's all he's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like I could see it not turning out to be something, not for a lack of like that's not the intention, but just because Marvel and Sony notoriously fail to follow through. Like I also think one thing that people aren't talking about in this movie is that I really don't feel fulfilled with the Scorpion side of it all. Like Matt Gargan was really someone that I thought, like, even if not, like, just extend the sequence maybe a little bit longer. I don't know.
I do wish we got more Scorpion. I actually only watched the first trailer of the movie, so I didn't see any of the fight scenes like coming in. So when he was going to jail early in the movie, or going to Department of Damage
Yeah.
Control,
they're
whatever it
moving
was,
him, right? Yeah.
I thought he was somehow going to get out and be like a heavy hitter at the end of the movie. He did a good job and like he did his role, but I wish we got more of him.
Can I be honest?
You don't care.
I thought it was fine. I think we've been waiting for so long. It's like I think it almost would have been too.
I don't know.
What? I don't know. I think it would have been too played out, honestly, if he was just like the main villain now. Like I think Spider-Man is almost above Scorpion. Like he's low-key above like Tombstone at this point. Like they kind of showed like that 30-second clip. Like
that is fair. That is fair.
Also,
I don't
the
know.
point is he gets too good at being.
he only does big potatoes now, bro.
Oh, one thing
think-
you guys said before I forget, you guys both said you totally could have seen Peter die in this movie. And I think you guys are insane. I do not think that they will ever kill Peter Parker on screen, and if they do, it'll be fake.
So-
it will not be real. And I'm almost positive of that. He's too big of a character. Yeah, but also, literally the whole movie they're setting up that he's turning into like a super strong version of himself. Did you guys not see that like coming? At least I would say that was the most obvious reveal to me ever, is that the second they were like his arachnid things are taking over and making him stronger and he has the organic webbing, like I knew there's gonna be a point in the movie where he goes, I'm going full spider. Like, and I knew that meant there's no way he was gonna die.
Yeah,
I see
he's
what
kind of
you're
insane
saying.
now, power-wise. His power scale is
That's what
actually
I'm
actually
to your
wild.
point, Alec. That's why I thought of it, because you were like, he's above these.
Well, someone
You're
held up
right.
a 50 cal and they were like, "Bro, by the way, like this should have shattered both of them,
Well,
but
no,
he's
they,
just like
you know
that
what they
insane."
said,
now."
right? About that she kept him alive the whole time.
Oh, she was like breathing for him, kind of.
She was breathing for him and keeping his heart beating until they were able to cure him. She did it for literally the entire until he woke up right before Punisher. So she did it for like 2 weeks straight. She was holding it in her brain while traveling on the bus. That's why it showed right before he woke up. It showed her that was her releasing from him, like getting out of his body. So
Yeah,
then
going somewhere upstate, by the way.
What's up?
Going somewhere upstate.
Yeah, of course.
Somewhere.
I know.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Anything else?
One quick note: when he got shot, I like obviously it's like nearing the end of the movie. I fully thought the post-credit scene was going to be Venom. I looked over at Alex. Was like, dude, this is Venom. Like this is.
Well, that's
he's
what.
gonna
Yeah.
die. They're gonna bring him back.
You're gonna see
So
that little nugget that came
I
from
told
Tom
Alex
Hardy.
it was a 12-second post-credit, and it was crazy. And I was right.
Yeah. You were like, it's a wild one. It's 10 seconds. I'm like, and I'm sitting there after the movie ends. I'm like, what the hell is this gonna be?
It
And
was
then-
a great. They set up the plot device in the movie, which I liked. I will say that, like
Yes.
the Spidey tracker.
You could
Do wanna
argue
talk about it?
there's a slight oversight of it. It was supposed to track, like, don't people track Spider-Man?
Yeah.
That's my point. So it could be okay. This was my
Oh,
theory to you.
okay.
My theory to you is that Peter survives. Sorry, let's make some massive assumptions here, everybody listening. Doomsday ends with Battleworld, okay, and everyone forgetting that Doom took over, creates Battleworld, and as a part of that comic book story, before that happens, Reed Richards builds an ark that can survive the merger of the worlds, and those people that are on the ark are the only ones who can remember, and it's their job to wake everybody up. So I think they're doing that again, and I think that is.
My God. Yeah.
I think that is Spidey on the ark pinging Ned like, I'm in space, or whatever. I don't know. Like, or just it's not even him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe they show him taking out his phone and like clicking buttons and accidentally hitting it. Like, I think that's what it's gonna be.
Okay, there's that one. That's actually a really good one. I honestly almost kind of want to
Because then
that's
all the
the
Young
one.
Avengers could be on that arc, right?
Yep.
All in Steve
4
Rogers'
secret-
kids.
And they're going to Battleworld.
Yes, and then they could go to Battleworld, and it'll be their job to. You imagine the storyline of Franklin Richards or a young T'Challa trying to convince, the Dora that they're secretly mind controlled by Doctor Doom. Like, that's gonna be this. I think that's gonna be what Secret Wars is. Like, that's how.
I can't wait for Secret Wars, bro.
I know.
If people think Doomsday's like Secret Wars is going to be the movie of the two.
I know.
But just because from like the
People
actual
years
like
ago.
the actual comic story of it is so good. But yeah, I really like that one. The other option
There's
is
a couple more.
There's a couple more. I think the main other option is there's an incursion that
Toby too.
starts, and it's Toby, but there's a lot of people now thinking because we don't really know what's behind the tracker. It just shows like a ping, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't show like anything else. Is it the F4 ship that we see in the Thunderbolts post credit, and Toby's on that ship with them? Because if you look at the trailer, there's a scene where they're all in the Avengers Tower. There's a very weird gap in between all the Fantastic Four, and it's either. And I don't think they're talking. I don't think Doom is with them at that point. I could be wrong.
Yeah, it's hard to know. It's hard to know the series of events, but it's clear to me that it's hard. It's hard. At one point, they think Doom is a friend. I know that.
Yes. Yeah. At
So
some
I don't
point-
know when
yeah.
that happens though, because I don't know. It's.
Hear me out.
a little-
Hear me out.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that he's more of a friend at the end than in the beginning.
More friend of the Who.
I think he's more of a friend at the end than in the beginning. Have you heard about the Avengers logo theory? If the A has the thing that's the... You know what I'm talking about? If the A
Yeah,
arrow...
they win.
Yes, I think they actually win in... I would think they win in Doomsday. They think they win in Doomsday, and they lose in Secret Wars. I think it's actually reversed this time around. There's no winner in Secret Wars, technically, but it's a loss. It's like a lose-lose. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I know what you're. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It's so obscure to me. I have no idea what to think.
Honestly, I don't really think that Doom is going to be good in this movie. I don't. I can see like a world where he is. I just don't see it at all because in that leaked audio from the trailer at Comic-Con, Sue Storm, Vanessa Kirby, she's saying he used to be a good guy, you know, like was the smartest guy in the room. I think they're setting it from the start in that Avengers room tower or in Avengers Tower room that like he's not good. I think they're setting that from the start.
I would be remiss to say, and I'm just gonna say this, and this was the whole point of Kang. There are variants out there, so I think like my take is.
You think we're getting multiple Dooms?
Yes, I think the initial Doom that they fight never takes his mask off and is effing relentless and is murdering them nonstop, and that it's from the Fantastic Four's universe. But they run into a second Doom who takes his mask off, and we see Tony Stark, right? And we're supposed to trust him. You know when Thor sees Steve on the ship and everyone's like, why is he reacting like that? Because he's like, it can't be, and he's staring at Steve.
Yeah.
I think that's Doom for real. Like, I think it's a variant version of Doom that's not trying to kill him, and that's why he's so surprised. I think there's multiple Dooms, and I think ultimately they're gonna. You're right. It's gonna be a good Doom and a bad Doom, but the good Doom is gonna be bad at the end. Like it's gonna be like we won, and then he's gonna be like psych. I've been bad the whole time. Like that's what I think it's gonna be.
He also thinks he's like his own hero.
Exactly.
In every iteration of.
That's like the perfect Doom plot: riding the back of another Doom who takes all the flack, does all the work, and then at the very last second, like you pull the rug out from underneath him, then you take all the power. Like that just screams Doom.
That's also literally what happens.
People would like that though. I feel like people would hate
love that. I feel
like people would hate if we had a Doom who does, let's just say, does nothing. I don't really know if that's what you're going for, but does nothing, is just not orchestrating anything.
No.
And then just comes out and it's like, oh yeah, like I'm taking the spot now. I don't know if I would like that.
What I'm describing is the Sith, really. I'm describing that Dark Sidious killing Darth Plagueis alive before he's able to enact his takeover of the Galactic Empire in Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like he's riding the coattails. Like he's pretending to be a friend in order to become a villain later. Like we've already done the twist with Victor Timely, Kang. You know, one evil, one good, and we're bringing Loki back into the. I don't know. Maybe I don't believe that, but I think it's definitely a possibility. I think Doom is all over the place in the trailer between like, or at least I think that's the perception I'm getting.
Like, who's he talking to in the intro?
Yeah, like there's something coming we might not be able to deter.
You didn't like the thing. I thought
I need to hear it in context. It's too because all I'm picturing is Tony Stark trying to do it as like a joke.
Or the way, first of all, his face is going to be annihilated when he takes his mask off.
Do we think it's going to have something to do with the snap? Like how when Tony, because that was one of my.
Have you seen the theory from the poster?
The what?
Have you seen the poster theory?
No.
The first poster they released. It looks like there's an etching of Stark with the gauntlet on the right side, and on the left side of the poster, of the Doom poster, it looks like it's a guy holding like a staff basically, and it's like it looks. I think it's him. Like I think they're gonna show basically like kind of what you're saying. I don't know if it's the snap, but like there's gonna be it's like a parallel universe essentially of what happened between the two of them. And I don't know how they're gonna tie that in, but it's gonna be something along with that.
So are you looking at the poster right now? I'm thinking, like, I'm looking at it right now. My theory, he sees, like, there's a woman and a son. I'm thinking that's his wife who died and his son who died from an incursion of some sort. Could be Tobey Maguire's universe or something, so there's that connection there.
It's going to be Captain America.
Yeah, Cap is the...
It's going to be
So
yeah.
So well,
Go ahead. Someone go first.
I'll go. So then there's also like apparently Cap is in the Fantastic Four universe with Peggy, so maybe that caused the incursion, and that is how his family died, and from the incursion, that is how he's all scarred up and whatnot.
The scarring part is I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Like I don't know how that's gonna, because like he's scarred up. Like his face is basically deformed in the comics, and like when he not deformed, but and I forget there was not a leak, but like basically they were like his face like is not gonna be normal. So like I don't know how bad it's gonna be.
Well,
it's like are they gonna notice it's Tony, or not?
The whole point of Doom is that it doesn't even have to be that bad. He's just so vain that even like a tiny scratch. So like in the comics, it goes back and forth between horrendously scarred and like like sometimes on a tiny cut. But that's so horrific to him that he can't show his face. No, I don't think they're gonna do that. I think it'll probably be. I don't know. I think number one. So I think Loki is gonna. After we're gonna. What about the Endgame re-release, guys? Have we talked about that?
No, we haven't. I'm excited. Do you want to come see it? We should all go.
Yeah, I'm down to go see it. But you know they're adding new scenes at the end, right?
It's going to be all Steve, I bet. It's got
to
be.
They said there's like a 7-minute journey of Steve returning the stone.
But I think that is their time to tie in the Doom into the situation. And I think you're right. I think ultimately Doom's going to find out that the reason his kids are going to die. His kid and wife are going to die. He's going to figure out what the multiverse is. He's going to find out that the reason that his kids died in this multiverse is because of Cap. And then he's going to devise a plan to basically be like, I'm destroying Scorched Earth, Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder. You know, the man, you guys ever seen Tropic Thunder?
Yeah.
With the managers going crazy.
Yeah. No, I agree with you too. Because there's no way that. Well, so I don't know if have you seen this? I haven't seen the second trailer. There was like an audio leak that came out. This isn't really a spoiler because it's part of the trailer, but he said like, you're all living stolen lives.
Yeah.
And that's essentially what's going to happen with the Cap tie-in is, I think, basically what you said.
So do you think Loki is 100% going to die this time for good?
I don't know. I don't think so, honestly. I feel like it's too obvious.
But isn't the whole point he's going to steal the tree from him, right?
Then there's also... I feel like everyone knows this comic picture when Doom rips Thanos' spine out, right? I'm sure you guys have seen that.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if that's going to be Loki instead. That gives him the multiversal power.
You can't do that to Loki twice. The poor guy.
Not in the beginning.
And his spine ripped out.
Definitely not in the beginning of Doomsday. I don't
know when it happens. I don't know what they're going to do with Loki because I feel like you can't do the same thing. There's also the rumors of like, I don't think Hemsworth dies in this, but I do think he dies. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Goes to hell.
Yeah, like I think he goes to hell.
Hell, yeah, literally. Isn't that or Valhalla? You're right.
Valhalla.
No, doesn't he go to hell and then he has to fight his way out or something?
Well, and then he returns as the Rune King, which is basically like the Omega Allfather.
We talked about this like 6 years ago because we thought they would do something
in Thor,
and they never did. So,
I
read that whole comic, dude. I don't remember any of it. The second you said, what was it? The Rune what? The
Rune King.
Rune King Thor. I have that. I remember it. I downloaded it on my iPad and I read it for the podcast. Crazy.
It's just funny what Love and Thunder came out to be because like I think everyone expected that movie to be like something incredible and it just was so.
Bro, they're gonna try to switch him back to so serious.
Oh, the Russos are gonna change his entire demeanor.
Yeah, and I don't know if I love that. It's funny.
I'm not gonna lie.
It made him fat and unlikable.
It was good. I think we got to the point though where it was like, okay, I'm cool with like I like that Doomsday is a very serious movie. Like the trailer, there's not a single joke in it.
That's what Infinity War was like. The first trailer dreaded, run from it. Destiny arrives all the same.
And Gamora does the snap and stuff, and then it goes boom, 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 and it shows Thanos like.
Dude, I'm getting chills thinking about it.
Yeah, it's an insane trailer.
No, best trailer drop ever, all time, son. What am I gonna say?
Was it that? Oh,
Spider-Man.
oh yeah, you did
On the
say
roof.
that. Yeah, we watched the Endgame one in my room, or when it dropped, and you're like, dude, I think
I
the trailer
ran
just
over.
dropped.
You
Yeah,
texted me and I ran over to your house.
yeah, that was
Awesome,
wild. Yeah, I'm excited for Doomsday though. I think
back,
there's a lot
baby.
of people
We're
who are
back.
like,
We're back.
I think
Wait.
we've been low key, but yes, yeah.
Low
Wait,
key, we've
so
been back since low key.
since you just mentioned, I guess Tom Spider-Man, and we're talking about Doomsday, I don't think Tom is in Doomsday.
No.
I think Toby's the Spider-Man we're getting. He is too big of a character to neglect for marketing. Way too big of a character to neglect for marketing. It's Spider-Man. You could
He's
argue
100%. He's in the movie.
he is not in the movie. A
He's in the
post-credit scene
movie.
does not count as the movie. If that's what you're thinking.
I can see him.
Tom
being
is not in the movie
low-key.
because it is small potato shit or big potato shit that they're dealing with. I'm
also,
telling you
like-
that is how they're going to keep him away.
They haven't marketed anything though. Like this is the least amount of marketing that's ever been done.
Yeah,
for
we really
Marvel
didn't get
ever.
anything. Like if you think about it, like we know like Beast and all of those characters are in it. Didn't see them whatsoever in that trailer. We didn't
Like
see.
Kelsey Grammer's Beast. Kelsey Grammer's Beast.
Yes.
Like
We
Monica
didn't-
Rambeau's. Remember where she ends up at the end of
Yeah,
Marvel?
she's in
that
the movie.
universe will be one of the universes.
Is
I
she
think-
in the movie?
God.
Yeah, she's in the movie.
Not Monica.
Dude,
sorry.
dude,
Is
she's
it?
100% in the movie. There's also, I don't know, behind the F4 in that one scene, there's a picture of 3 Earths.
Yeah.
It's 616, whatever the fuck you want to call it. You can call it 19999.
838.
838 and 828, which is
828.
F4. F4, X-Men.
And what? It's
Main
gonna be. It's gonna be that dude secretly put something on all three of them to attract them together. I bet you. Like that's gonna be his goal. Is what I think is. So what I think
So like
is gonna
he's
happen,
actually.
What I think
yeah.
is gonna happen is Reed is. So my theory of it's of Dooms. This has to exist this way. Is that good Doom is gonna convince Reed that the way to do it is basically put giant like beams to hold each like cannons on each Earth to hold each other back, and then
Like what they did to.
and then at the end, he's gonna like basically like reverse the polarity or whatever, and it's gonna pull them all together. So Reed is gonna build the thing that eventually destroys. Like I think that's how, and that's
Interesting.
why the Ark will survive it.
Oh, okay. Do you
Alex,
think.
you said 838. That's the universe of Multiverse of Madness. I think X-Men is 10005.
Is it? Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
838 is Multiverse of Madness.
So what?
Okay,
is,
okay, so it wouldn't
That's
be
like the
838.
utopia in New York that we see.
Yeah, with pizza balls.
what is Fantastic Four?
Fantastic Four is 828.
828.
Yeah,
And okay, yeah. So that makes sense then.
I guess we don't really know the X-Men universe designation.
No, I
They
don't
haven't
think they ever
affected
said
it.
it, unless it's in
One-
like the background
yeah.
of the clip.
Live action Fox X-Men film universe is designated as Earth 10005.
Okay. All right, so that'll be it, I guess. Those are the 3. Is Doctor Strange in the movie? Last question.
No.
I think Doctor Strange is, but I think he'll be part of the first, because I think we're gonna see the X-Men universe already have killed the universe. Like
Yeah,
I think they are gonna come into this have already made the decision to destroy another universe in their past, and I think that Strange will have been. They'll show like in a montage that Strange getting destroyed or something.
Okay, interesting. I also kind of am thinking about it, and I also kind of agree with you that there's going to be multiple Dooms because he's going to like find himself in different realities and like force himself to work with the. Yeah, dude, like 100. Yeah, I agree with you now. That just hit me, and I was like, oh yeah.
Also, what's the whole
I don't
point
know
of the
why.
variants? We did the variants for like literally this entire saga has been variants, and we're just not going to do variants anymore.
Yep, I know. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I also think if they don't do that though, I think Strange is his other Doom. If that makes
But
sense.
isn't that the issue people had with Kang, that there were so many variants, and then the supposed main variant from Ant-Man, like,
Well,
was
that's
just
the
no
thing.
longer.
I don't think variants were the issue. I think it was just how the fuck they just
portrayed Kang.
yeah how they
it
did
sucked.
that. Yeah,
I think
They're
you can
like-
make Doom badass. I think if you make say you make Victor Von Doom this imposing threat that they can't even Stormbreaker doesn't even stand a chance. It would just make
They're
them
very
more
adamant.
likely to want to work with another Doom, right? Because if they're like, if we can't defeat him in this universe, let's go get himself to I don't know, man. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
I also
his suit too
yeah.
has like why does he clearly did research or something. Like, how does he know that he needs to specifically block Thor and like the Captain Marvel powers? Like the Captain Marvel patches on the other one. It's interesting. It's a
Could have
rune.
defeated them, harness their powers, some sort, whatnot.
But in the F4 never mentions it one time ever. Like, in their entire backstory, so for Fantastic Four. In that universe, I guess Captain Marvel was killed by that Victor Von Doom, and they just failed him at. Like, I think, that's why I think that Doom
There's
from
no
that
other superheroes in their universe.
What's up?
There's no other superheroes in that universe.
Oh yeah, they did say that.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, but if Doom's from that universe, then how could Doom have a Captain Marvel insignia?
Travels the multiverse.
Okay, and if he's traveling the multiverse, then
He's gonna find himself.
Variants,
Then you find
Yeah.
Doom.
You have to. I mean, that's like the whole point of traveling the multiverse is that you see other versions of yourself.
Yeah. And it's actually something that I thought they were gonna do with Iron Man after Endgame, is bring who's the Young Avenger version of himself? No, wait, it's not him. It's Kang.
It was Kang. It was the young
I know
Iron
who you're
Man.
talking
It was,
about.
Jesus.
Shit.
Kang. I don't know why. I really read
Iron Lad.
Franklin.
Iron
Lad.
Iron Lad. Yeah.
Iron Lad. Like I thought they were gonna do something with like Iron Lad, but maybe the Iron Lad thing is kind of the Doom aspect that we're going, and then it could tie into Tony.
I genuinely don't think anything that happened in the last 7 years matters at all for this, other than
The
where
setup
they
and
physically are. Like the Thunderbolt characters are with the Thunderbolts in New York. we've determined that. Like I don't think besides that, other than with the characters have developed, like nothing is gonna matter. I think that's the whole point, is that it's a direct continuation of Endgame, because it's not even that what's been in between has been poorly received, is that it's been a mixed bag, and that's enough for them to be like, I just want to write it off entirely. Like, for Endgame, they're able to pick what parts of the history of the MCU they liked. And I don't think there's a lot that they like in the last 7 years, is what I'm getting at.
no, because none of the shows are gonna matter in this movie.
That's
like
my
literally
point.
none of the shows except for WandaVision.
Except for Loki.
WandaVision and Loki are the only ones, I think.
Honestly,
Right?
WandaVision will be arguable, at least for, depending on it, she'll probably be in Secret Wars.
Only in terms of how it's set up, Vision Quest and
Yeah.
Wanda. But like other than that, maybe Agatha Harkness showing up, possibility. But yeah, I think that's really about it.
It's been Agatha
Yeah.
all along. That was hype.
Anything else? We'll have to return. Well, maybe after we see the what's it called? Endgame Encore in like a month and a half. We can return to this, because I think that'll basically start all the hype.
We should set up another episode just for that.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Whole hour-long discussion on 7 minutes.
I
We
mean,
talked about dumber things, man. Me and Sam have gone on for like 2 hours on like full conjecture. In between, I mean, Chase, I know you experienced it, but like try to podcast right after Endgame ends, and then COVID hits, and they're like, we're canceling everything.
and
We literally
nothing
were
came
just
out for like
we were making shit up every day. Like we had
it was
nothing
like
to
2
talk
years.
about.
It was
Yeah.
literally 2 years of nonsense. For example, I'm gonna just read a couple of these titles of the old podcast. April 15th, 2020. It's like COVID just smack hit. I think like that day, basically, or the next day. Thor 4 news, and it was talking about Beta Ray Bill like coming and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
Then there was the Avengers game, the Xbox.
Oh my god! And it turned out to be such what great gameplay, awful game.
Yeah, like literally besides WandaVision. Wait, WandaVision was 2021. I don't even know what we're talking about in this episode about WandaVision.
Well,
But yeah,
the
there's
trailer. Or they
Ant-Man
announced
3 hype.
Dude, obviously hindsight is 2020. Looking back, Thor: Love and Thunder and Ant-Man 3 Quantumania
Garbage.
talking about that shit, and then looking at what it was is just night and
Garbage.
day.
Can I be honest about something? I don't think Quantumania is that bad.
It sucks, dude. Everything about it is ass.
No. Okay, there's
80%
definitely
CGI, and none of it's good, and none of it makes any sense. And Bill Murray is just like there.
It's not good, but I will say what's the scene where he's the multiplicative scene of himself?
The probability, whatever.
Probability. I thought that was actually a really good scene, but yeah, I mean, you can throw out most of that movie.
That's
and it's
one
like,
good. Yeah, no crap.
But I also think the Kang backstory was also good.
You don't think they could come up with one good scene, Alex?
No,
like,
I know.
You don't.
Dude.
Like,
I was so angry when the "Don't Be a Dick" scene came on. I was furious. That was one of the worst things the MCU has ever produced.
Don't be a dick. I feel like
Awful.
there might have been worse stuff even since then. Episode 4 of Miss Marvel, where the like aunt whatever thing just melted.
oh my God! When
Just
they,
a
when
CGI
they
melt-
clearly
melted ice
decided they
cream.
didn't want to go forward anymore with that character, so they just melted her.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh,
But-
we don't know what to do." Dead.
Who is this?
Yeah.
In Miss Marvel,
The Miss Marvel, one of the clandestines.
she
Dude,
puts on. She
don't
finally
even-
gets the bangle after 4 episodes, and she puts it on, and it immediately turns into a skeleton.
But like
I
it's
don't
like
even
the
remember.
worst skeleton you've ever seen. Like it's from
It
a
looks like
budget
it's
standpoint.
1980 CGI.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I think we hit everything. Yeah, we'll definitely come back to Encore once it's out, and definitely excited on like where everything is going. I feel like we're truly like back on track. Anything else you guys have?
No, just can't believe Doomsday is 5 months away, dude. I remember after Thunderbolts, I was like, "Shit, dude, next movie is for another year," but it's coming up. It's coming up soon.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I think being an
Right.
adult makes that happen too.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I think
Close your eyes and it's August.
I think now is also the time where I stop watching trailers and TV spots. I think I've seen enough. Don't want anything spoiled for me.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty good. I definitely won't be seeing Sony trailers anymore going forward. But
Dude, I saw
Yeah.
the same thing with No Way Home. Completely spoiled the entire movie. And I know everyone's complaining about Brand New Day. I stopped watching trailers after No Way Home because
I'll always watch the first trailer, but the second No Way Home trailer is just kind of crazy. Or the second Brady Day trailer is crazy. But yeah, thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate
Of course.
Yeah, thank
Glad
you.
to be here. Feels like
Always a good time.
Good old days.
Yeah. This is the SEM Show episode 4. We will see you in the next one. See you guys.